So today I'm going to change this chain brake handle because, as you can see, it's not really working like it should. Last time I was going to use this saw, I just tried to release the chain brake and it snapped. So that happens sometimes. Sometimes people drop the saws or run them over, but this one just broke off by itself. Of course, I'm not using the saw when the chain brake's not functioning, so I will be changing that up right now, and I'll be taking the chain brake from this saw over here because she's got some issues and I prefer this one. So while I'm waiting for the new chain brake handle to arrive, I'm just stealing this one because I can. So I'll take you through how to change it, and yeah, let's do that right now. So I already took off some of the parts on this saw, but I'll show you on the other saw what I did. What I can do is just remove the last screw in here, and that will take off the broken part. If I can hit it. There we go. And it's just one screw on this side. Oh, there we go. And you can find the number for the new chain brake up here. It's really important that you make sure to get one that actually fits your saw because they do have different sizes. So pay attention to which one you are taking apart. Right? The first thing you're going to do is take off the bar and chain. And when handling the bar and chain, it's always good to wear gloves. So that's what I'm doing. Whenever you're working in this area of the saw, I would make sure to clean it extra thoroughly because it's the chain brake and you want that running smoothly every time. So what I did is I'll take the parts off that I need to remove the chain brake and make sure to clean everything in here extra good. So first thing you do is to take off this little metal thingy right here, and it's just a torque screw in there, so that's fairly easy. Just turn that sucker. There we go. And take off the metal plate. And now I'm going to take off the gloves because I work better without. And as you can see, I've already got some gunk in here that I really want to take out, but I'll remove the other cover too before I do so, and that's the black one up here, and on that cover you've got two torque screws as well, so remove both of those, and they're a bit longer than the other one, and then you take off the other one. It's always nice to do this for a camera, doing it the opposite way of what you're normally doing. That doesn't make it hard at all. And then you take off this part. And again, there might be a lot of gunk in here and you want to clean everything out. Everything in here needs to be spotless because it is the chain brake area. Alright. So the next part is to remove this spring in here, and for that I will recommend wearing eye protection because it's a spring and you never know where it's gonna end up. So just protect yourself and brace yourself because yeah, fun. But take it off. What I'll do is I'll take a screwdriver, or I'll actually use the syringe and put it in here and just gently push it up and let it fold up that way, and then I will explain the rest. So I'm gonna change over to the other saw now and then do that. So now that I've cleaned the saw and it's ready, I'm gonna remove the spring here and take everything off. So just to look extra cool and to protect myself, I'm gonna wear these. Righty? Brace yourself. And there it goes. This little fellow used to be a lot longer and used to fit from here all the way down there, so that will be the pain later on, trying to fix that and replace it. So I'm gonna take it out of there and just put it aside. And then I'm gonna remove this small E-clip right here holding this guy in place. I'll be removing that just with a, you can use a screwdriver, and now it's inside the saw. There we go. This little guy is tiny, so just really pay attention to where you place it because you do not want to lose it. There we go. So now that we've taken off the E-clip, what you want to do is try to pry up the metal part and the plastic part of the brake system at the same time. So trying to get it off this and that at the same time. Now that came off, and then you just, there we go. So take that off. And then what you do is you take off the plastic part. Just take it off like that, pretty easy, and then clean that up. And then one thing that's important when you've removed the rest of the chain brake is to make sure that the little spring that's still remaining inside the saw is still connected to the metal underneath. So as you can see here, this is where it's connected. And you need to make sure that it's still in place when you are taking everything off and putting it back together. So just pay attention to that little spring right there, that it's still connected. Okay, I'm gonna take the stuff from the other saw now. And then when you're putting on the new or used or whatever chain brake handle you're gonna use, just put it on loosely on this side over here, because that side really doesn't matter at this moment. Just place it on top there and then put the metal part in and insert that to the chain band down here, if it will. There we go. And then you need to press it in a bit further, trying to see if we can go in, trying to align the holes in there, and also make sure that this metal guy goes and aligns with the tab up here. So it's a lot of alignment at the same time and trying to press stuff on. But we can do it. There we go. And then this guy in here that I mentioned, the spring that you need to pay attention to, will be in the way of this being pressed all the way in. So what we can do is try to push this just a bit, and then you should be able to press the last part of the chain brake in so that it goes all the way down like that. Alright, so now that you see this is all the way up and there's a bit of tab left here for the E-clip, so it's important that it's pressed in all the way. So once everything is put back in or aligned, you need to put back in the tiny E-clip. So just place that little guy in here, if it will. Come on, little guy. And then you can just press it in with whatever tool you have handy, like that. So now it's kept in place where I want it. So to summarize, what you do is you put on the new chain brake and then just leave it up there loosely. Put in the metal part, and I've actually got an extra one so I can show you. And then you take this part right here, put it into the plastic part, and then this little hook up here needs to hook into the chain band, and then this hole needs to align with one tab in front on the saw, and the hole in the back needs to align with the hole in the chain brake handle. So you put all of those in and then press it in. Sometimes you need to press the little spring in the bottom a bit to make room for your new chain brake, but you can see that in the video. Lastly, check, double check and triple check that that spring underneath is still attached, because otherwise all of your work is for nothing. Right, so it's still attached, and now I can see that you can use the chain brake. Yep. Right, so now to the fun part, reattaching the spring. What you want to do is to put the top, the long part of it, in the end here, and then pull it all the way down to the tab down here. And then when that's in place, you're pretty damn happy, and you can check that everything is working. I'm just gonna take these off so you can see me. Then once everything is back on, check that it's actually working. Right now it's off, so everything can run, and then I activate the chain brake. And it's working! Yay! So now everything is back on, and I just need to accessorize the saw with some covers and stuff, and I'll do that right now. You start by putting back the plastic thingy, and as I mentioned earlier, I've cleaned everything up in here and also there. So just put this baby back on. It's pretty easy, it only fits one way, and you of course line up the two holes. And then you put in the torque screws, if they will. And this is when I sing my always so much screwing going on. Alright, and then you put this back on. And again, torque baby torque. This you want to make sure is actually pretty tight, because it'll be shaking quite a bit and you don't want it being wobbly. So just, this is one of the parts you can actually tighten quite a bit. So there we go. Nice and easy. And then it's just bar and chain, and the baby is back in the game. I'm so happy. I'm gonna use this saw tomorrow. All right. Yay! All right, so that's the video for today. Okay, so let me just tell you, fixing this thing up with the spring can be a real pain. So don't just think that this is a piece of cake and I can learn that in 2 minutes. You probably will be using a bit more time getting that spring in place. What I'm trying to say is that you might be swearing a bit and just hating everything just for a short period of time until you get that spring back in. But practice makes perfect, and I'm sure when I've practiced a bit more, I'll be faster at it. So that's everything I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and that you're already subscribed to my channel. If not, please do so that I know you're there. And leave a comment, and have a nice day. See you soon. Bye. Oh. You can also find me on Instagram at Female Lumberjack and on Facebook at Felicia Bach if you want. That's it. See you later. Because it's my baby. It's okay to have favorites.